From SpongeBob's doorbell disappearing before our very eyes,
Just 1 minute, Squidward!
to Mr. Krabs' actual legs just going missing.
You could never pay me enough to act brotherly towards that guy.
SpongeBob SquarePants may be one of the greatest animated cartoons of all time, but over the course of its very long life, there have been a lot of errors in the animation. How do we miss these? Here we'll take a look at some of the weirdest, silly, or downright funny animator errors in SpongeBob. Let's start with the times the colors just did not make sense. Color mistakes are just some of the easiest to miss errors that often slip through animation. However, even when it happens just for a frame, it's hard to avoid it. For example, in the episode The Company Picnic, Mr. Krabs decides to take the company on a picnic after hearing that it can increase productivity. Naturally, things go wrong, but during the picnic, it seems that even the animators kind of forgot what to do. First, their picnic is crashed by the Chump Bucket's picnic.
Yes, who? Plankton!
Mr. Krabs had brought entertainment and food, but that may have just...
Here it comes. The arrival of Plankton with the Toon Bucket picnic though changes things. He's brought actual games and Squidward immediately defects. So does Mr. Krabs after a bit, and wins 2 walrus stalls. Here there's another mistake. Those tusks that can be seen are yellow. But look what happens just moments later. Having lots of fun over here. I've got a plate. Well, someone forgot to kill her there. This isn't the only time either. In the episode The Checkup, SpongeBob's teeth appear completely yellow in a blink and you miss a moment when he lands just for 1 frame. Okay, that's enough. You want me to? Yeah, the dentist will not be happy about that one. Teeth are not the only things getting the wrong colors. Squidward is famously blue-greenish. However, in the episode Squid's Day Off, he does what he loves to do. Yell at SpongeBob. Except this time, his tension seems to be getting the best of him because what color is that on his neck? Where'd the green go? I don't like your tone. I'm sure you are. How's that?
I'm sure you are! How's that?
Yeah, he may need to see a doctor about that. Speaking of brown, there's one SpongeBob character who's known for having brown fur, Sandy the Squirrel. Unfortunately for her, though, there was a mistake in the episode Best Day Ever, her poor tail.
What'd you do again?
And I hate to admit it, but I suppose if you hadn't fixed my reed, the concert would have been a bust.
Finally, there's the mystery of the ever-changing nose. In the episode Yeti Krabs, things are going as usual. Mr. Krabs is yelling at Squidward or lazing around, while he puts up a rather strong defense.
Tentacles, I mean it. You get back to minding that register.
Minding it for which customer?
I see your point. But still,
Even if Squidward would have had work to do, SpongeBob just does it all before him.
it's shining me shoes.
Polish.
But I'm not.
Wash me boat.
Man, I sure could do with that sort of energy. Squidward refuses to work, so Mr. Krabs threatens him with a visit from the Yeti Crab. What's that? Apparently, a Yeti Crab that visits lazy workers and takes them apart before eating them. Well, that can't be good for Squiddy. But apparently, it's SpongeBob that's more worried because those around the lazy workers will not be spared either. Is that just Mr. Krabs without his beauty sleep? The Yeti finally makes his way down to the Krusty Krab, even if it's not to eat the lazy.
You see if I'm lazy. Water. Now that we know what Squidward's mistake is, where did the animators leave an error? When the Yeti roars in space in the upper part of the screen, the nose, which was pink before, changes color. Didn't rise this morning, did we? Oops. That's not the only time either. Moments later, when SpongeBob heads the table, there it is again before it changes back to pink. Ahoo. No. Alright. It's enough of that. Let's move on to the next category, and it's dedicated to lip sync errors, where the words the lip movement do not match. In Whatever Happened to SpongeBob, when the sponge goes missing, all his friends get worried. Well, except for Squidward. When he comes across a machine that Sandy brings to find SpongeBob, he ends up destroying it. But wait, when he's talking about it, it's like his lips are moving in slow motion. You're saying this thing can actually find SpongeBob? You got it, Squidcake. That just looked completely creepy. Also, he needs to do less destroying without SpongeBob. He'll have to do all the work. Another error happened in the episode Shanghai. When Patchy the pirate says to roll the cartoon, it's clear that his lips are saying something else entirely. Well, roll the cartoon. I mean, he just blew up, so if he was cursing up a storm, I wouldn't blame him. In Grandma's Kisses, SpongeBob's grandmother comes to visit.
Hide. When Patchy the pirate says to roll the cartoon, it's clear that his lips are saying something else entirely.
Well, roll Enjoy the cartoon!
I mean, he just blew up, so if he was cursing up a storm, I wouldn't blame him. In Grandma's Kisses, SpongeBob's grandmother comes to visit and gives him a kiss on his forehead, and everyone makes fun of him. He is now adamant that he will not get a kiss from his grandmother again, because he's too grown up. But seeing his grandmother treat Patrick like a baby instead gets him crying so much that he floods her house. But grandmas can make everything better. She explains that he doesn't have to be a baby to get her love, but when he replies, "I don't," his mouth in the reflection of the water doesn't move.
You don't have to be a baby to get old Grandma's love.
I don't.
Come on, SpongeBob, spell it out. Or SpongeBob's reflection, I guess. Now, these lip sync errors can still be excused, but that's not all that's wrong with the animation. We're talking missing or extra parts now. Sometimes things that are there disappear, or things that aren't supposed to be there appear. This category is very simple to understand. Now, some of these can be hard to spot as well. For example, one can be seen when SpongeBob decides to serve burgers in a manner that cannot be hygienic at all.
Thank you!
Just where did that lettuce come from? There's another error in
It's
the
a nematode infestation. Where'd that come from? That's not the only thing that disappears, though. The Krusty Krab sign disappears as a whole when it was seen seconds earlier. Well, now folks won't be able to find the restaurant that's closed. Then, signs disappearing seem to be a common theme. In Love That Squid, Squidward is doing what he does best, taking a break while at work. Excuse me, a petty for the lady, please. Try reading the sign, Casanova. But the animators may not really want him to take that break. Take that sign away. Oh, Squidward, why are you torturing yourself with tales of romance? Squidward, you dropped your that's no. That sign disappeared in the time it took for SpongeBob to squeeze a book through his eye and out through his mouth. Why is that insanely fast, though? Then again, that's not all that disappears. A sign disappearing. Yeah, that's one thing. But where did the boat go in the next scene? See you at 8. Squidward, you okay? Squidward, you froze up there, buddy. What do you mean? I mean, when was the last time you went out on a date? SpongeBob clearly stands in front of the boat here, but then the moment it zooms in on him, the boat's not behind him anymore. It reappears again seconds later, though. But that's quite a disappearing act. The animators are magicians. Going back to signs for a second here. In Enemy in Law, there is clearly an advertisement on the Krusty Krab window for a burger. But the moment Plankton, who is in disguise by the way, enters the restaurant, the sign is gone. I have reservations for 2 tonight. See where'd it go? Next, in the episode, The Executive Treatment, Patrick has disguised himself as an executive to try out the new Krusty Krab executive burger. Then, he gets carried out to the office with the rest of the executives. They say corporate jobs are often where dreams go to die. Well, here at least...
You okay, Squidward? You froze up there, buddy.
What do you mean?
I mean, when was the last time you went out on a date?
SpongeBob clearly stands in front of the boat here, but then the moment it zooms in on him, the boat's not behind him anymore. It reappears again seconds later, though, but that's quite a disappearing act. The animators are magicians. Going back to signs for a second here. In Enemy in Law, there is clearly an advertisement on the Krusty Krab window for a burger, but the moment Plankton, who is in disguise by the way, enters the restaurant, the sign is gone.
I've reservations for 2 tonight.
See? Where'd it go? Next, in the episode The Executive Treatment, Patrick has disguised himself as an executive to try out the new Krusty Krab executive burger. But then he gets carried out to the office with the rest of the executives. They say corporate jobs are often where dreams go to die. Well, here at least, it seems it's where graphs go to disappear. First, we see several graphs in the background, but the next second, they're gone, and no one had the time to turn the page.
Just stop and think for a minute about what your colleague here is really trying to say.
Yes. Maybe I was too hasty about that.
But that's not all. While Patrick is drawing, and even earlier, when we see the rest of the execs, the table in front of them is empty.
Does he like my chart? He's smiling.
He smiles like that when he's really angry.
But then,
some things are better left unquestioned. Like whatever happened to Patrick's hat? In the episode Kenny the Cat, the two were sitting around to cheer SpongeBob's personal hero, Kenny the Cat, for his remarkable achievement of being able to hold his breath underwater for days at a time. They're in a celebratory mood, and Patrick has a large sponge hat on that could offend the fashion sensibilities of just about anybody. The cat. You do know that Kenny won't be here until 10. Huh. But moments later, after SpongeBob applies makeup on Patrick to make him feel more cat-like, something changes. Let's paint our faces to look like Penny. Perfect. The hat is gone. Not only is it gone from the top of Patrick's head, but it's also disappeared altogether from the background as well, leaving SpongeBob in his obsession for now. We all know there's one thing that Mr. Krabs loves, and that is money. But when he wants to save more money than usual, he does the unthinkable to SpongeBob. Hey, Mr. Krabs. What's a good word? Well, actually, SpongeBob, there's 2 words, and they're not very good. You're fired. Yes, SpongeBob fired from the Krusty Krab. Probably the worst thing that could have ever happened to him. No, that can't be. You're fired. No, not that. Anything but that. Okay, maybe it can. But this time, Mr. Krabs has gone too far. The Krusty Krab without SpongeBob. There's no such thing. This must have had a really bad effect on the animators. They forgot whole tables existed. Okay, that's enough. It's closing time. You know, it just won't be the same around here without you. You'll have to visit sometime as a customer. If you look,